So I will switch now to another one, OsmAnd. And my advice really is to download it from F-Droid and not Google's Play, because you will get for free the full free version. Okay. Otherwise, the free version from the Google Play is a limited version where you have all the functionality, except you can download only 7 maps. And after that, you need to I don't know, uninstall and install again the application. Okay, that's a bit cumbersome. So let's go to OsmAnd. OsmAnd Plus is the main version. You can choose where you will actually store your data. It can be on the internal app or the external storage. I don't know why there is, okay, external storage 1 and multi-user. Actually, that's basically the same SD card, that's just one. Okay. And after that, yes, you can see on this one, you can add a background layer, but I will start first without it. Okay. Okay, so supposedly you should have something like that. I don't know why I don't have the C in blue. That is quite common. Okay. Let me check, because I think I was in a specific rendering. So this is, yes, OsmAnd is quite a huge community. It's available also on the App Store, as was Organic Maps. So I mean, for the 2 operating system, you can have these two navigation apps. And there's even Google Groups with OsmAnd, and quite a lot of activity. So just let me go back to my. Okay, it's just the rendering. Okay. So as Organic Maps, you will have to download one low resolution map of the world first, and then specific maps where you are, or where you want to go, or the one you want to have. And if you're close enough, you can see here, all the green ones are the one I downloaded. This is Bahia, this is Rio de Janeiro. And I have, for example, here, this Guinea-Bissau. Okay, so you visually know what you have. Interesting. Here it's this plus zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. Here's the same tool to locate yourself. If it's blue, it's because your location is none. Okay. Here you have the main menu. This one is for the navigation. Here you have a car, but actually you can have different context. Okay. So you can have a word context, a context for a car, a bicycle, pedestrian, and transportation. Okay, that's for the navigation, but that can change actually the look of your map. And that's why on the world I had this specific rendering, and without apparently the blue for the oceans and the seas. So we're just on this one. that it runs the standard OsmAnd map. Okay, that's something you can change if you go here, I guess. Yes, here. So you can see you can activate your favorites, and that's the bookmarks. Same concept than the bookmarks for organic maps. We will see we can add choose what kind of PY we want to overlay, transportation or not. So I will just go back to the things. And the map source is by default sorry, map source. It will go there. Okay, so I don't need it for the moment. We'll go to, yes, to at the very bottom, you have the map rendering, and you can change the map style if you want. So the default one is OsmAnd, but you have other kind of rendering. If you have a topography rendering, it would look like OpenTopoMap. Okay, you can see. Same data, but different rendering. Go back to the main map style. Apply. You can change something like, okay, map mode. It can move from a daily a day or night rendering. Where it's night, everything is darker. You can have a map magnifier, so you make, for example, the labels bigger. I put 150%. Okay, text size, etc. And also the map language, you can change that. By default, it's the local name, but you can force, for example, to English, and it will obviously rely on the tags of every object. If there is a name, semicolon en equals something tag for the objects. Okay, regarding the navigation purposes, that's very close to what we could do with organic maps. So I can draw the map. This is a Shell gas station. Okay. I can obviously hold and press the map. It makes appear this marker, and from it I can do many things. I can add it as a favorite. I can share the location. But if I go in actions, I can yes, direction, search nearby, etc. Create POIs is something that should not actually be present as a default. I forgot to, because it's very bad. Yeah, to deactivate the plugin for the moment. So I'm going to be back action. You have that. Okay. So you can even search nearby, and you can see, for example, planning. Okay, I will be there tomorrow, and I would like to know what would be my option for lunch. So yes, for search nearby, I would check cafe and restaurant, and I would have these options, and I can even show, the result of it. So show cafe and restaurant on the map, and they would show up as these orange markers. can see sometimes you can. Oh, oops. No, just to have it. Campo Estrada Mar. Yes. If I press, this is a subway station. I also have the line of the subway station. There's just one line here, but there was many lines. It would provide me the list of the lines, and I can, if I press it, for example, I have supposedly no. Yes. Yes, I have the extent of the line with all the stops. This is line 1 of it's not a subway, it's just we call here the metro. Okay, you can obviously also search. Oops, I think you have a freeze on the screen. To connect again. Connection. When that happens, you need to go back to Android application on your smartphone. No. That's it. Okay. Accept. Is the mirroring again. Okay, I'm back. I also saw there is a question about organic maps here. If I could specify in what ways organic maps treat our data differently, and more generally from maps.me, I think they respect the privacy. I guess maps.me, they collect all the searches you found, all the thing you were doing with the application, and maybe they provide that to commercial partners or something like this. Okay, so it's working again. What I wanted to show you is so it's a more complete application than organic maps, kind of Swiss knife app. And for the navigation, for example, I can search the different things. So I have the history, the category, the specific search for the addresses. So you will search, for example, a city. So this is all the locality in the map that is downloaded with where I am. Something that's a bit 25 kilometers from there. Once you chose the city, you will be proposed the list of the streets in this city. And okay, once you select it, the street, you will be proposed either the addresses, the numbers, I mean, the address numbers. If they exist in OpenStreetMap, that's not the case here. So it proposed me, sorry, I didn't want to press on it. It proposed me all the intersection between the streets, or actually the avenue I chose, and all the ones that are crossing it. There's a lot of them. Okay. So if I press that, yes, I can see, oh, oops, again. So Fortaleza is the main one, and you can see this. This is the one I choose. So I'm really at the intersection of it. And from there, I can obviously, for example, see if I want to navigate. I will be proposed by what means I want to do that. And if I start, okay, so you can see it was in Portuguese, but I can change that. There's here in the settings, voice prompt, language, English, GB. But I think she already made her speech, so I need to dismiss, yes, and do it again. Set destination would be the last one. Search. Okay. History, this one. Okay.
The trip is 29 kilometers. Time is 32 minutes.
And you have all the instructions. I need to. That's my first step. Is this turning back in 400 meters, and then would be that. 400 meter there, and then 800 meters in that direction. You can display also here. That's the remaining distance. That's the expected time of arrival. That's the maximum speed because it's have been added as a tag in the street. That's the current altitude, and this is the actually bad, I would say, accuracy of my location. The number of satellites. Supposedly, it should not even provide my location. Okay. And what is interesting that with OsmAnd, you can, even if you want, you can add an intermediary position, for example. That's totally possible. Press on plus, you can add an intermediate position. So you can make more complex navigation routes. I will dismiss that. Yes. Okay. You can see I displayed the search of the restaurant around, but there's something we could also set here. POI overlay, I want something else, or I don't know, the filling station. Okay, and you have that. So you have the possibility you have the background maps that is already searchable, but you can add a specific category on top of it. Okay. You can see very quickly if there, for example, if you travel in a long distance, that yeah, for sure that you will have 2 or 3 gas station on the roads. Okay. I think I'm okay for the navigation purposes. I think yes, search categories, addresses. Can create your bookmarks, very easy. Also regarding downloading the data, you would be proposed to download the data if you zoom to a specific location where there is no data that has been downloaded. Or you have here from the main menu, you have the download maps, and you can download from anywhere. And this is what you have locally. So I download all this information, and you can see this is outdated data and this is up to date because it's dated from February. This was from March, etc. As I told you, they update that once a month. Supposedly, you can see the last day of the month. There is also, if I go here in Brazil Bahia, no, go to another download anywhere. Ethiopia, for example. You can download the standard maps that has all the information with the POIs, etc. But you can also have simpler maps only for roads for the navigation purposes. It will be lighter. There is also capacity to display the topography in OsmAnd. You need to also install as an application contour line extension that we will find easily on F-Droid, and you can add this information. Let me show you that on my site. Did I have that for? Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, no, I have that for Rio de Janeiro. It's not a big deal. I will show you that. On Rio. And I need to display it. So it's maybe also I need to activate the plugin. Control lines, yes, that's it. Okay. And now control lines, terrain, slope, etc. You can see I have the topography now. We just get rid of the POI so you can see better. So it's interesting, huh? And if I'm close enough to see, supposedly I should also see the control lines. Yes, display zoom level, start at loose level 15. Yes, you can see them there. Okay. Actually, it was better at 11. What is that? Let's go to line. Display zoom level starting at 11. You can see them. I will zoom in. Okay, like that. And with the labels. So that's quite interesting. But obviously it will take some space in your it's extra data on your smartphone. Yes, we don't know that. This space. Okay. there's a possibility to edit OpenStreetMap and also to record information in the field using OsmAnd. Oops, your screen is frozen. No? Oh no, it was just too big. Okay. And back, for example, in my example, I would like to add a pharmacy in my street. Yes, and actually I added some from the documents in the street. No, that's the existing pharmacy. Okay. The advantage of OsmAnd, it was historically the first application to propose to edit POIs and with the background imagery. It was really wonderful when it happens. It was back 2015. At that time, we were used to with the GPS devices like the Garmin H-Trax series. And it all of that with a specific plugin that you will activate here, plugin. And you have just to activate online maps, okay? And I will also activate the OpenStreetMap editing. And now nothing's changed, but I can, in my map context, I have two new lines, overlay maps and underlay maps. Obviously, I will put the imagery as a background, so I will use underlay map. On my side, I never use a really overlay map. So we click on this one, I will put it on. So the first time you will need actually to click there, and you will have a short list without Microsoft Earth, and you need to to press on install more and to get the full list. Here you obviously need to be connected to the internet to get that information, and you obviously need to remain connected to get the imagery tiles. Okay, but as for the OSM data, it will be stored internally. So actually, you would download the tiles, and they will be stored in your device. So the same thing, you will not have to be connected again to see the tiles you already downloaded. So you can prepare, I would say, a field, just moving your maps around all the places you want to get the imagery tiles, and they would be stored in your device. So unfortunately, from the beginning and still as of now, we just have access to the Bing imagery that is called here Microsoft Earth. Okay, so on my side, it was already installed. I will apply. And there is a base map transparency. My advice would be to put it at 50%. Okay, so you can see here both the imagery quite well, but also the vector data on top of it with the 50% transparency. You can also show the transparency sigma on the map. It's here. So on the full map, if you want still to change it, you can do it. Okay. So that's big change to be very accurate when you want to create POIs. The thing is, you cannot offset the maps. And actually, I didn't see any of the other application. I didn't see them proposing that. So you need to adapt yourself, and you can see that actually the data, the same data is offset because the street is there on this Bing imagery. I have also I can see the faces of the building. So if my pharmacy is supposed to be at the bottom of this building, as my data is a bit offset, I will do not put here because it will be in the middle of between the two sides, the two lanes of the roads, but according to the existing OSM data. So I will hold here, for example. From the imagery, I would have put it there directly, but the imagery is offset. So here should represent the space between the middle of the road and the bottom of this tall building. So I hold when I hold on the screen, I have this marker. Remember, I will go on actions and oops, I don't have the. No, sorry, it's not there. I thought I activated the. Oh no, I missed it. I missed. It's not Open Place Reviews. It was OpenStreetMap editing. I wanted to activate. Okay. So now, yes, in actions, I will have the create PY. Okay. I can also, and this is very interesting, we'll see, open an OSM note. So there's two ways of contributing. I don't think we can create nodes with organic maps. So let's create a PY. The PY would be a new object in point of interest in OpenStreetMap. So this is the form in OSMN, has been the same from the beginning, and it's a bit limited, I would say. You put the name. So here my pharmacy. And the most important tag is this one, okay? Here you will put the PY type. You cannot let that blank because it would just be a node with a name, but no category, no main tag identifying the object. So the best way is actually to start typing the category. So in my case, it would be FPHA. Okay, so you can see PH, there will be phone, photography, etc. PHA, just pharmacy. If you do not use it in English, it will propose both the English and the other language. There's another possibility, and if you press the tag icon, you will have different categories. So in my case, would be service or healthcare, I guess. And then in healthcare, I have hospice, hospital, pharmacy. Okay. But I prefer, if you don't know anything about OpenStreetMap, may be interesting to go in tags or you did not find by typing. Otherwise, I think it's the quickest way. So in this form, you can only put a street name, building, phone, website. It's a bit more limited than and okay, the business hours. A bit more limited than in organic maps. But you have an advanced tab, and there actually it shows you the tags themselves, and you can add a tag by yourself. But you really need to know the OSM data or tag model. And if I want to put, for example, even for an English name would be name en and pharmacy of the people. Literally, that would be that. okay, and add a tag and it appears like that. When I save, it shows up here as a new object, okay. And you can see I can upload it directly. I can also delete it. That's something I didn't find on organic maps, okay. I can even, if I want, I can edit it. Okay, I can modify my OSM change. I can also change the marker position. And I can apply. I can also modify existing object like this one. If I press on it, action, I'm not proposed to create, but to modify the POI. But unfortunately, you cannot change its position. But I can modify all its attributes, okay, here or in advance. So if it's just one single POI, you can upload it here directly. Otherwise, if you have a long list of POIs you collected in the field, you would go to the main menu, My Places, and you have here your OSM edits. Okay. Have a new, I think, fake example in the memory. So as long as they're not uploaded, they will remain in the memory of your device. So you can plan to go somewhere very, very, very far with no internet connection. Everything will be stored in your device before you upload the data. And to upload, just this, you can select if you want all of them or not, and at the end you press this one. And if I took everything, and you can modify the comment, and if I upload, because you can see my account is already set, it will be immediately sent to OpenStreetMap. Okay. Historically, it was very interesting. There's still some people using it, and actually, from generally the trainees, the one from this semester, as I will request you to ask you to map around you with one of the apps, and many of them actually chose this one, even if I think now it's not the best one to map POIs. But we can see, for example, on my side, everything around on the around me on this neighborhood. Look at it here. Has been made with OsmAnd, and not in a single day, of course, but from time to time on my bike. So that's allowed actually to collect a lot of POIs. It would be really easier than collecting with a GPS device. You need to import that on an editor like JOSM and to make all the edits. It's really faster, and it's also more accurate because you put the exact location on top on a satellite imagery. Okay.